Next technique is alignment. So sometimes we see that this loop carried dependence are because of array alignment. So if we align all references, then we can remove such dependencies which is loop carried, and then parallelism is possible. That is, we can remove dependence from one iteration to another iteration, and that will lead to the coarse grained parallelism. So to understand this, see example on left hand side. Here we have one loop where loop index is going from 2 to n. So this loop will execute n minus 1 number of times. Inside that loop we have two statements. First is a of I is equal to b of I plus c of I. Second is d of I is equal to a of I minus 1 into 2. How many dependency we have here? One dependency, and that is due to array variable a. So in first statement a of I is calculated. In second statement a of I minus 1 is used. I minus 1. So if you see in first iteration, when value of I is equal to 2, then first statement is calculating value of a of 2, and second statement is using a of 1. Similarly, in second iteration, a of 3 is calculated, a of 2 is used. Then a of 4 is calculated, a of 3 is used. Okay, so first statement is calculating one array variable, and the same variable is used in immediate next iteration. So here distance is of 1 between source and sink, and this dependency is having type loop carried dependency. So since it is a loop carried dependency, source and sink are in different iteration. That's why we cannot parallelize this loop. Okay, here iterations are not independent. And in coarse grained parallelism, what we want that if one machine is executing one iteration, another machine should be able to execute another iteration. So that is possible only if all iteration are independent. There is no relation between one iteration to another statement. So here it is not possible because of array variable a. Now can we try to parallelize it after transformation? Yes, by using alignment technique we would be able to convert this loop carried dependence into loop independent dependence. Okay, so see on right hand side we have converted the same loop in another form. So here the loop is having total n number of iteration. Loop index is going from 1 to n. So carefully see that the lower value of loop index, previously it was 2, now it is 1. Okay, upper value is same. What does it mean? That in previous program number of iteration were n minus 1, now number of iterations are n, so we have increased one iteration. Okay, so if we have increased one iteration, then we have to ensure that this statement within the iteration that should execute only n minus 1 number of times, otherwise meaning will change. In original program, each of these two statements which are inside the iteration are executing n minus 1 number of times. Now in this transformed program, loop is executing n number of times. So what first thing we have to ensure that each of these two statements should be executing n minus 1 number of times. So at least in one iteration this statement should not be executed. So for that, how we ensure this? By writing this statement within if. So first statement is if I is greater than 1, then a of I is equal to b of I plus c of I. It means that first statement will be executed when I is greater than 1. What does it mean? That in first iteration, this first statement will not going to execute. Okay, then next statement is if I is less than equal to n, then d of I plus 1 is equal to a of I into 2. See subscript of d and I in second statement. In original program, this were I and I minus 1. Now here you have I plus 1, d of I plus 1, and subscript of a is I. So second statement will not execute in last iteration. Okay. So what this if statement will do? It will not execute first statement in first iteration, and it is not executing the second statement in last iteration. So total number of execution of the statement will remain same, that is n minus 1. Okay. Now what happens in first iteration when I is equal to 1? Since I is not greater than equal to 1, so first statement will not execute. Directly it will go to second statement, and second statement will calculate d of 2 by using a of 2 into 2. Okay. So the second statement in first iteration is also doing the same thing. Okay. Then in second iteration, what it will do, it will calculate a of 2 by using b of 2 plus c of 2. Okay, so meaning of this program remains same, but if you see that how dependence change, it changed from loop carried to loop independent. Dependency is only because of array variable a. You see in first statement a of I is used, in second statement also a of I is used. So this is not loop carried dependence, it is loop independent dependence. So loop carried dependence is converted into loop independent dependence. Now each iteration of this loop is independent of other iteration. It is not having any relation with other iteration. So now you can parallelize this loop using coarse grain parallelism. Understood this? Now for better understanding, I would suggest to refer figure 6.2 from page number 247 of book. Okay, so very good diagram is given. It's a big diagram, so I could not copy here in slide, but if you refer that, so it becomes very easy to understand. So in that diagram it is showing that statement 1 and statement 2 is having n minus 1 number of execution, and in original program you were having dependence from one iteration to another iteration. So if you slightly shift second statement on left hand side, then this execution of loop would be aligned and source and sink would be in the same iteration. So it's a very good diagram. I would suggest to refer this diagram for better understanding. Then there are other ways also to for alignment. So same program can be aligned by these two methods also. You can just go through this. So there are some mathematical calculation, and by using that you would be able to align the same program. So same program which was there in previous slide uh, can be aligned by using three ways. So this slide is having first way by using if statement, and then by using the extra variable j. We have one more solution on left hand side, and then you have second solution also. You should just go through this. If you have any issue, then you can ask. Now there are some additional issues with alignment, such as if an array is involved in recurrence, then alignment is not possible. Okay, so if you have more than one dependencies on same array variable like a, and statement 1 is dependent on 2, 2 is dependent on 1, then in that case alignment is not possible. Okay, so we cannot apply this method if you have cycle in your dependence graph. which involves the array which is to be aligned. Okay, another restriction is if two dependencies between same statement have different dependency distance, then alignment doesn't work. So even if you are not having cycle but you have more than one dependence, okay, so maybe from statement 1 you have two dependencies to say statement number 2 and statement number 3, and the distance of dependency is different. Okay, like both are loop carried dependence, one is having distance of 1, another is having distance of 2. It means that distance between source and sink is varying in these two dependencies, then we cannot um, uh, apply this alignment technique. Okay, but in some cases we can fix this second case of uh, having different distance in more than one dependence where cycle is not there. Okay, so for that one example is given. You see on left hand side, array is given, and here if you see carefully, then there are two dependencies. Both dependence are because of array variable a, okay, from statement 1 to statement 2. Okay, so first is loop independent true dependence. Okay, so first statement is calculating a of I plus 1, second statement is using a of I plus 1, so it is loop independent true dependence. Now second statement is also using a of I, so because of this here you have loop carried dependence. Okay, so something is calculated in one iteration and it would be used in next iteration in statement number 2. So it is loop carried dependence. So because of loop carried dependence you cannot parallelize this loop, and here you have two dependence. So according to the second condition, um, you cannot apply alignment uh, here because you have two dependence and on same array variable, and one dependency is having distance 0 because it is loop independent dependence, and second dependency is having distance of 1. Okay, so two dependencies having different distance, so you cannot apply alignment, but this can be solved in other way, which is known as replication of code. So if you see on right hand side, we will try to replicate the first statement. Okay, so this loop will vary from 1 to n. First statement will write as it is, a of I plus 1 is equal to b of I plus c, and then we'll replicate this first statement. Okay, we'll write if statement. If I equals to 1, then a temporary variable t is equal to a of I. Okay, so this condition would be satisfied only in first iteration. So in first iteration this temporary variable t is having value a of I, and in all other iteration this t will have value which is calculated by the right side of first statement. Okay, so t is equal to b of I minus 1 plus c. Okay, and this b of I minus 1 plus c is what? It is right side of the first statement. So actually we are calculating first statement two times. Okay, first before this if statement and then within if statement also. Okay, so in first iteration we'll get t is equal to a of I because this value you will get from outside the loop, and in all other iteration t would be calculated as b of I minus 1 plus c, and then we'll write the second statement where a of I would be replaced by t. Okay, x of I is equal to a of I plus 1 plus t, and what is t? T is just calculated in this if else statement. Okay, so here also this loop carried dependence is converted into loop independent dependence. Okay, so now this loop can be parallelized. So this is sufficient for loop alignment. So I would once again suggest to refer figure 6.2 from page number 247, and few more examples are also given. So you just go through those example, and if you have any problem, then you can contact.